Hi, this is Ashley Ann Schisler, and this is my equity project. And I created a unit that focuses on religious and cultural diversity for my second grade class. I chose these 4 read alouds. It's all kinds of beliefs. What do you celebrate? Hats of faith. And my religion, your religion. This is a 4-week unit, so we're going to focus on 1 book a week. The first module or week, we are going to read all kinds of beliefs, which with each of these books, we're going to prompt discussions with students. With this book, it goes into the different types of religions, and so this is a good opportunity for students to share about their own religion. And then at the end of the week, or towards the end, students can bring in something that's important from their religion or culture, whether that be a food, a clothing item, a religious symbol, something that they hold important to them and their religion. And then the second week, or module 2, we're going to be reading What Do You Celebrate? And it talks about the different holidays or celebrations around the world in various locations and for different occasions. And so for this one, we could discuss which ones students found interesting, which ones they have or have not heard of before, and then what their own celebrations look like at home or with their families. And for the project for this one, we would have students draw a picture of what one of their celebrations looks like, and then they can share their art with the class. And I'd make sure that students incorporate the specific dress, the food, the decorations, or maybe even how they celebrate, like whether it be dancing or with a game or something like that. And then for week 3, where you kind of go deeper into the different types of religions and more specific about why they might dress differently or act differently. And we're using, to reiterate that idea, I chose hats of faith, which kind of explains why different religions or cultures use or utilize different hats. And this could prompt a discussion with students whether they've seen some of these hats before, which hats they find beautiful or unique, and we can talk about how beautiful and important it is to stand out, and what makes each student stand out. What about their culture or religion makes them stand out, and how we can talk about how standing out might not feel comfortable all the time, and how it's important that we are strong and sure in ourselves and sure of other people, and to not judge other people just because they are different, because it's scary to stand out and to be different. And then for week 4, I chose this book mostly because it relates really closely to why I chose this project, and I wanted to end the unit with this, because we spent the past couple of weeks learning about different religions to demonstrate that other people do have different religions. That is the goal. That was my objective, was for students to understand that there are different religions, different cultures. People look, act, dress differently, and it's a beautiful thing. And how insensitive it is to think that other people celebrate the same thing as you or might do the same thing at home. And so this book specifically was chosen because it's about a boy who goes to synagogue for the first time with a Jewish friend he has. And this project was inspired by one of my Jewish students that always makes sure that those around him know that he is Jewish. And he always likes to point out that it's not Christmas break, it's winter break. And he all let us know about Hanukkah. And so I really wanted to give him an opportunity to share here because he's so vocal about it. And I want to make sure that the class knows why he's so vocal about it, because it's important to him and it's not always talked about as commonly as Christianity is. And then for the very end of the unit project, I planned for students to choose a religion different from their own, and they have to figure out how those religions and their culture celebrate, how they dress, and how they eat. And they get to share their projects with the class, and they can choose how they present that information, whether it be in a video they make on their computers, or whether they just write an essay or draw pictures. I wanted to give them some options to do that. Like I said, the objective for this was to create a sense of knowledge and understanding just around different religions, just because Christianity is so prominent. And my student this year made me realize how prominent Christianity affects our everyday lives, just from stores opening and closing to when the school breaks are. It's really important to him that we know that he doesn't celebrate Christianity and he doesn't have to, and that his difference is a good thing. And so I've been so grateful to have him in my class because he's really opened up my eyes to those differences. So that's my project.